Hey, this is Jason. I was so excited to speak to Nerium brand partners yesterday in Edna, Texas. Great group of people, and I loved being able to speak and the questions that they asked. I thought it would be great to put together a small video to highlight some of the things we talked about and also give others that weren't able to come yesterday the opportunity to see it. You know, social media opens up a lot of things, and so I want to just talk with you real briefly about why you should use social media, what are the best platforms for you to do your business on, and then some of the biggest mistakes that people are making. So why social media? You might be asking, why should I do social media? And you know what social media does? It gives an individual or a small business the ability to go big or reach their dream faster than any other time in history, because of the fact that you're just one person in your local town and can now connect to not only people across this country but people around the world instantaneously. That opens up huge possibilities for you. I mean, it's unlimited potential once you begin to tap into social media and what it can do for your brand, for your business, and for whatever else you want to achieve. I believe it is the most powerful and effective tool, and it's going to get you there faster and further than at any other time. You know, 30 years ago, no one could achieve the things as quickly as they can that now social media is giving people the ability to do. I mean, just take a look around you at some of the TV shows and people who are getting TV shows. Some of them just started out on social media. And so social media is a powerful tool. I thought we'd look at two of the platforms that I believe you need to be on. And the first is Facebook. Facebook is the king of social media platforms. In fact, it's used probably about 2 times as much as the closest other platform. It is the largest platform in the world. People are there, people are engaged, and people are there on a daily basis. There's over almost 1.2 billion accounts. That's huge. Think of that number, the amount of people that are on Facebook. And not only that, but 129 million Americans are on Facebook every single day. There is not another place on this planet where so many people are gathered together in one place every single day. And just think the potential, if you could tap into, let's just say 1% of that. Let's don't even say 1%, let's go 0.5% of that. What if you could tap into 0.5% of 129 million people? That would be huge for your business. And a couple other things about Facebook. Each and every day, the like button is hit, I think, almost 4.5 billion times. And you can see here, it is the number one, 47% of people say that Facebook is the number one influencer for their purchase decisions. Why? I'll give you a little example. One day I needed a plumber for my house. And, you know, obviously the old days we could go to the phone book and just look one up. But I said, you know, the easiest thing, I'll just ask my friends on Facebook. So I put a question out there on Facebook, and within about 5 to 10 minutes, I had 5 people that all gave me, 2 of them gave me the same person, and I thought, okay, there you go. That person, somebody's recommended them, I'm going with them. One of my friends knew it. They've gotten good business through them. So that's how I went. And that's the power of what Facebook can do for you. The other platform that I believe will be really great for you, because it's a very picture-oriented platform, and that's Instagram. I believe this would be great, and the reason why is because I believe you need to ride the wave of the platform that is moving the fastest, that's growing the fastest right now. And I believe it's the potential that it has is not even tapped into it. Instagram is about uploading pictures. You can also do 15-second videos, which is huge because it's real micro content. So that plays a huge factor into what you are doing. There's almost 150 million active users that 70% of log in once a day. 55 million photos are uploaded each day, and 1.2 billion likes. That's 8,500 likes per second. That's a lot of activity. And the thing about Instagram is it's only ramping up. The potential is huge. And I believe these two platforms hold the most potential for Nerium brand partners right now. One, because Facebook is where the people are, and you can create your story there. You can create that micro content, a variety of content, and I believe you could do a great business page that would be fantastic for reaching out to the masses. And then I believe Instagram will be great for your business because it's very, very, very photo driven. It's about photos, and you can tap into that with before and after photos, your story, and so many other things. So I believe these two platforms right there will work for you. Facebook and Instagram. That is where it can happen, and that's where we want to help you. That's where we want to partner with you and help you get better in these two arenas. But I wanted to give you a couple of mistakes that people make when they begin to do social media. And the first mistake, especially when it comes to working their business, is spam, 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 spam. And I get it. I've been a part of that. I've been in several network marketing businesses, and one of the mistakes that I made, especially in my last one, is I was excited. I was excited about the changes that were happening into my life, and I became an ambassador for my niche and for my business, and man, I was just plugging away. Power, power, power. I mean, that's all. I mean, it was hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. And I think I wasn't doing too bad on sales, because I was only dropping that in every now and then. But man, I was just hammering it. I was giving nothing else but fitness, fitness, fitness. This is what I am. This is what I am. Boom, 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 boom. And one of the things that I was doing was wearing out my friends. And just think about yourself and how you are the end user on Facebook before maybe you became a Nerium brand partner. And somebody has an opportunity out there, and you've seen them before, and they begin to just power their product, just post after post after post all day long. That's all they ever hear, and that's all their friends ever see. And eventually what you do is you tune people out. You're putting up a wall in their face. And see, to run a business on Facebook and run a business online and social media, especially social media, and that's what you have to remember. It's social media, not sales media. It's about being social. It's about becoming a brand yourself. You are the brand, and the vehicle that you're driving is the Nerium brand, but you're the brand. And so when you become the brand in your niche, for many of you that's maybe health and beauty. When you become just a health and beauty ambassador, giving people great tips for health and beauty, because that goes beyond just the product. And when you begin to start serving people in your niche, giving them great tips, great encouragement, how they can do it, and then you're dropping in the product, maybe once every 10 posts, all of a sudden it's palatable for people, and you don't run them off, but you just draw them in. You draw them in, and you learn to sell, make that sell with a little bit more of a story of what you've been talking about. And sooner or later what happens is people begin to know you, they begin to like you, know you, they begin to trust you, and then that's when they buy from you. And so that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make is spam, spam, spam. The second one is, you can see it here, it's setting up their business page right. And one of the things that I see a lot of people do, especially when they have an idea or they're in a niche and they're kind of a business, but they don't really know what kind of business they are, is they kind of create their own name, and sometimes they tie that name into their product. And that's a huge mistake, because unless you're just a regular business, you have a business name, and I'm going to give you two examples. Unless you have brick and mortar or a legitimate home business with a legitimate name that you have have come up with, you want to either brand yourself with that, or you need to brand you. And the two examples are the two businesses that we have. My wife has a volleyball club. It's called CC Storm Volleyball Club. We have a website, ccstormvolleyball.com, and that's one of our businesses. It's a legit business. And how I brand that on Facebook is CC Storm Volleyball Club. I don't brand it as my wife. I brand it as the club. Our logo is on there. A lot of pictures of our volleyball players and a lot of content that we put out there each and every day, but it's branded as the club. Now, I have a business as well. Mine is JC Media Solutions. But instead, what I decided to do is brand me, Jason Curley. And JC Media Solutions is an extension of who I am, an extension of what I do. And it's the vehicle that I'm driving for my business, but I am the brand. And even though I don't have to have my personal business name, I really recognize that people are going to do business with me. I'm a sole business owner, I'm an entrepreneur, and people are going to do business with me. So I'm the brand, and I believe you need to make that distinction now. If you have a legit business, then brand yourself as the business. But if not, and I believe this is what will work for many Nerium partners out there, is brand yourself just as you. Just you, just your name. Your name is the brand. And that's it. That's all you have to worry about. You are your brand. You are that ambassador. And that can go beyond just the product you sell, and you become a brand in the niche that you're in. And I think that releases some power. So you need to make that distinction now, especially as you're starting your page. The other thing that we talked about there as Nerium is you can't use Nerium in your Facebook title, the title of your page. So you can't do like Jason Nerium Curley or Jason's Nerium Biz or something like that. You can't use that as part of being a brand partner. And so that's why you just need to use your name, because people are going to connect with you, and when they connect with you, they're going to buy from you, and you're just that extension of that product. The third thing you can see here, a lot of times people make this mistake, is they don't automate things, and they begin to wear themselves out. First off, they try to get on so many platforms, and they're here, they're there, they're here and there, and this one and that one, and they're doing all this stuff. And they don't learn to automate a lot of this. And one of the things that I do each and every day is in the evening times, I will set up my posts in a schedule for the next day. I'll create all my content in about 30 minutes, and I'll set those to post at the optimal times that my audience is online. And I can set that all up, and then the next day, basically my content goes out there all by itself. And then I go through during the day and I reply back. If people are retweeting my content, I go and I thank them. If they're commenting on Facebook, I'm interacting with their comments. If they comment on my Instagram, I'm commenting there, and LinkedIn, vice versa. But you can see right there, all of that, that's a lot of activity. And so if you'll just simply stay in Facebook and get real good at that and automate that. Get some posts set up. You can use an app called hootsuite.com, or you can use one, Sprout Social is what I use.com. And Sprout Social, it's a paid platform, but it can do very well for you. Hootsuite is a free platform. There's a paid version that you can have up to 50 profiles that you can work. And so if you were in a lot of groups on Facebook to try to get your brand out there in these various groups that there are, which is a great thing to do, you can automate all that. You can get in the evening, you can set up your schedule the next day. It's just doing all the work for you, generating you hopefully leads and contacts while you're either at work or you're working on something else. So you need to automate it. Don't wear yourself out. And the last thing is they quit too soon. They hear I've got to get a Facebook page, and they've have a profile page, and they start working it, and they work it for about 2 or 3 weeks, and they're like, oh, this ain't working, and they go back to the old ways, or they go back to something else, or they're like, well, social media is not working, so I quit. And that's the same as your business. Do you know that most people quit too soon, that before they start to see the real results of what can happen? Do you know, from August to this time right now, and we're talking about 6 months, August, September, October, November, December, January, 6 months, I've been able to grow my own personal, because I rebranded myself, my own personal, not my personal, but my own new like page. In those 6 months, I've grown it from 0 to almost 670 likes. Just in the last week alone, I've grown it by 50 people. And the first 2 or 3 weeks, hey, I wasn't getting as much results as I wanted. There was days where I'm like, hello, anybody out there? And I had to learn to get better and get better at my content. And then I got a little more traction, and a little bit more traction, and a little bit more traction. And now it's just like it's becoming automatic. And if I keep up this pace, just think, in 6 months, another 6 months, I should be at 1,200, maybe more. Because it's going to start multiplying. The bigger and the bigger I get, the more I put myself out there, it's going to just multiply. But just think that in 1 year, 0 to 1,200, that's 1,200 potential leads for your business. Why wouldn't you go for it? Why wouldn't you get in there and do some ads for your business on Facebook and learn how to do ads and learn how to do these things? Because it's going to open the door wide open in your future. You're already doing activity on one end. Why not add activity on the other that will just work for you? It'll get you leads, it'll get you connection, and it'll potentially just double your business bigger and faster than ever before. But it's about doing it the correct way. Now, I know we've talked a lot about mistakes, what platform you've been on, and why you should be on social media. I didn't want to overwhelm you with this video. I wanted to give you just some good nuggets to get along with, and let you know this is what I do as well. Each and every month I offer a coaching group, and the first thing I do is I do what's called a Facebook boot camp. And the Facebook boot camp is $47, and it will take you from day 1 to day 16, 16 days of setting up your platform correctly. It's going to show you how you should do it, how, if you don't even know how, what's the key places that will get you ranked in the search engines, how should you write your about section, because that's important, your branding, what to post, how to post, how often to post. I talk about Facebook ads because those are key to your business. I talk about so much in there in 16 days. I get you going ramped up and out the gate very well with a great system that we believe anybody could do it and get some great traction in their business. The other thing I also do, and I'm about to launch this, and I didn't even do this, and I'm going to launch an Instagram one as well. It'll be $47 as well. It's going to be an Instagram boot camp, and it's going to take you also how to use Instagram for your business, because that's key. A lot of people can do these social networks, but doing them for your business has to be done just a little bit different. So I'm going to also offer that, and I'm going to send this out. It'll be in some links below of how you can sign up for this. And then the last thing I do is what's called a social media boot camp. And in the social media boot camp, it's a kind of the 201. Today I talked a little bit about 101, and this is the 201. This takes all your platforms, how to get major activity going, how to grow all your platforms, how to take it to the next level, your branding across, how to use pictures. I mean, it's fully loaded. It's a 1 month course. It's $97, which I believe it's probably worth 3 times that. And in fact, it's probably going to be that rate one day, because I'm still in the introductory cost. And I would encourage you to get involved, especially in the Facebook. If you feel like you can do it yourself, get in my Facebook, and that'll get you a good base to going, or maybe Instagram if you're not sure what to do or how to use it, get in my Instagram group. And then lastly, I do want you to consider, once you do one or two of those, jump into my social media, because I want to help you be successful in your business. I want you to get better results, and I want you to get results faster than ever before. And I believe you can do that. And beyond that, if you just simply say, Jason, I am so busy, I don't even have time to do it, I can do all of the work for you. I can set up your platforms, I can help you brand them, I can give you an overview of all of that, and I can put you at the same time. You can get in my coaching group. I can do all the work for you, get it all set up the correct way, branded, right keywords, all of that, and I can do that work for you. And if that's you, if you just say, Jason, just do it for me, I can do that. It's $250, which is quite a bit of work. You have to think about the amount of time and the work that goes into doing your page and getting it set up correctly. But I believe I will get you there quicker and faster. And the reason I say that is because, and I'm going back to our volleyball club real quick, and I'm ending with this. Our volleyball club, in 2 years, 3 club seasons in those 2 years, has grown to be the largest club in Corpus Christi. And the reason why, especially last year, about the summertime, is I decided I was going to use ads. I was going to pay for ads. I was going to get our ads out there. I wrote our SEO correctly. I got the right key terms in my About section. And whenever somebody comes into Corpus and they search volleyball clubs Corpus Christi, not only is our website on the front page of Google, but our Facebook page. We're the only volleyball club that has both. I think that is huge because it gives them 2 opportunities to see our name. That's powerful. Even if I took out the website, our Facebook page would be in the tops on Google. And that's what can do for you. And beyond that, there's so much more that we can do. But I do want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for potentially allowing me to help you take your business to the next level. And I know that partnering together, we can do that.